All right. Hey, everyone. Curry. Come on, cuz. Come on. Come on, my guy. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Your butt's in my face. I'm trying to talk to the people. Your butt's in my face. Thank you. All right. Hey, everyone. This is Terrence. You'll be hearing from Joseph, my partner, in a few seconds later on in the video. But first, we wanted to wish everybody well. I know the last couple weeks have been kind of crazy as far as the coronavirus thing going on. So, hope everybody's staying at home, staying healthy. Just everything's okay. So that's first thing. But as they say, the show must go on. So show must go on. The topic me and Joseph are just discussing and covering today will be learning strategy called a learning strategy called target summary. It's a strategy that can help define and summarize the subject or topic being studied. And when we teach it, it will be kind of simple. You'll think it's probably a little simple, but the benefits of learning this technique, it can be applied anywhere, and it's very beneficial, especially if you're somebody who likes to write everything down. Very beneficial. So like I said, target summary is something that can be used in a multitude of subjects, even things you wouldn't even think, are applicable. So math, history, your standard subjects, you can use that. You can use it anytime. But then even things like, if you wanted to decide, look back and see the biggest moments of the last 4 decades. So you would have, let's grab you would have a sheet like this. I know this is backwards, so just focus more on the actual design of everything. You have your smaller circle, your inner circle on the inside. That's your subject, and then you have little subtopics on the outside ring, and then you have split up in 4 corners. So if I was doing the biggest moments in the last 4 decades, I would have I would have the biggest moments in the last 4 decades in the middle, and then I would have what I think the 80s. You would have like the 80s, then you would have the 90s, thousands, tens, and so forth. So yeah, so it's not considered target summary is not considered to be a graphic organizer, but it's a good way to get some ideas on paper and start creating sections and try to if you was writing a paper or you wanted to kind of just get some ideas or you wanted to break down a subject. It's good. It's a good way to go about and start everything. So all right, now you know what target summary is. Now it's time to see it done properly. So I already have me a little sheet, and please follow along if you want to grab your own piece of paper and do this with me. So the first thing we have, I wrote the topic I wanted to discuss or the subject in the middle of the target is music artists. I'm a big music fan, so music artists. Like I said, it doesn't have to be something school related. This can be done anywhere. It can be applied anywhere. But I just wanted to make it a little bit more fun for myself. So music artists. And then we have the genres on the outside rim. So we have rock, pop. I'm over here looking at it backwards. I know it's not going to be backwards on your thing, but it's backwards on my thing. So anyway, rock, pop, rap, and then country. So you split up, like I said, the middle is so I have my middle is music artist, and that's your subject, and then the outside rim is your subgenres, subtopics, whatever you want to call it, and then we break it down into 4 quadrants. So yeah, so then simple enough. 1 second, strong cap. All right, so then I would write the music artist I have. And rock artist, I would put in the rock column, in the rock quadrant. Pop artist, I would put in the pop quadrant. Rap, boom. Country, boom. So I have written it down already, so I kind of cheated a little bit. But it's a little messy. But as you can see, this was my first attempt. It looks a little different because target summaries do not have to look the same. They don't always have to look like targets. They can look like triangles, pyramids, whatever works for you, as long as it's four corners. And you can see that it's a little. I wrote it differently. I wrote it like vertical at first or horizontal at first, and then it's a little messed up. But you still get the same concept. The subject, music artist, is in the middle. Then we have the subtopics, the genres on the outside, and then I have my artist. So then in rock, we see I have what do I have here? I have the Beatles, Queen, AC/DC, Nirvana, GNR. Sorry if it's not clear at all. GNR, Guns N' Roses, Queen, Nirvana. If I think I already said that. Jimi Hendrix, and what did that say? Oh, the Stones, the Rolling Stones. Can't forget the Rolling Stones. So hopefully that's kind of clear. And then in the bottom we have rap. So we have Jay-Z, Biggie, Tupac, Eminem, Travis Scott, Lil Wayne, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, so on and so forth. And then here up at the pops, we have Madonna, we have Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, just a bunch of other. You kind of get the gist of it. Beyonce, can't forget the Beyonce. Can't forget Beyonce. Tongue twisted. And then we have at the bottom, country, one of my favorite genres. We got Johnny Cash, Tim McGraw there, George Strait, Carrie Underwood, Dolly Parton, Hank Williams, and then, like I said, you get most of it. So,
hello everyone, it's Joseph here, and for my activity on Target Summary, I decided to talk about different activities you can do while in quarantine. So I broke it down into 4 categories. We have music and movies, games, reading, and exercise. So for the music and movies, you can binge. It's a perfect time to binge different shows and movies. Like Tiger King's a perfect example, even though I have not started that yet. I plan on doing it. Music and movies are also a great way to introduce yourself to different cultures. If you listen to a song in a different language, by an artist from a different country, or it gives you a great way to look at their culture and how they react and how they're reacting to this. Also, take some risks. Watch something you wouldn't. Listen to something you wouldn't. I'm definitely exploring different topics. So under games, games are a great way to bond with people. Whether it's just sitting over a board game and just getting to know somebody better, or even just reconnecting with family. I have a brother in college. I don't see him very often. We sat down and played a board game. We just caught up. It was great. It helps with critical thinking. If you're playing a more strategy-based board game, you have to think ahead. Like in chess, always think 2 moves ahead. And then if you're playing video games, it helps with better hand-eye coordination. And video games can also help you because you can enter a different reality than the one you are currently in, which may not be the best. So for under reading, obviously we want to exercise our minds because we're probably not doing it as much as we should right now. If you're reading a book or a magazine, you maybe want to stay in touch with what's going on. Reading articles on your phone about what's going on, how different people are adapting to this situation. It's great. It's been helpful for me to see different ways people have been dealing with this, and it's definitely given me more hope than I've had the past 2 weeks. Learn something new about the past. History, I've always loved history. I always think it's interesting. And I mean, now's a perfect time to get caught up. And then exercise. Now, we can't go to the gym for obvious reasons, but going for a run is a great way to stay in shape. And if you're like me and have allergies and you don't really want to risk going outside and then coming back and sneezing all over the place, just do simple exercises. Push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, if you have a pull-up bar in your house. Just a great way to keep your body healthy and keep your body energized. I unfortunately have not been doing this, but I probably should, and maybe who knows. Maybe after this video, I probably will. So that was kind of my background on some of the different things we can do.
All right. So now you guys know what Target Summary is, and you know what it looks like. Now it's time for you all to do it on your own. All right. So I'm gonna give you all a subject, and then you kind of just tailor it how you would answer it yourself. You can personalize it a little bit. You don't have to do what I did. So, uh, first, the subject is things to do while at home due to the coronavirus. All right. So we're all stuck here, stuck in the house, probably bored. But this hopefully give you some ideas on what to do at home when for however long this lasts. I don't know. Um, so for me, um, it doesn't technically have to be the same one for me, but for me the topics I use. So if you want to use these topics, I did streaming. So like Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, I don't know what else, Disney Plus, all that stuff. Streaming. I did schoolwork because school don't stop, grind don't stop. Um, then I did listening to music, so just like music I listen to, and then the never. This one I call the never had time for category. So those things around the house that I never had time to do, I always said I never had time to do them, but now I have time. So no excuses. So for me, streaming, I put a couple shows I'm watching. So Grey's Anatomy, for sure, #1 show. All 15 seasons about to rock it. All right. Money Heist, great show. Sonic X got me back in my childhood days. Got a couple kids around the house that I got to put them on. Music, anything slow R&B, LMA, you know what I'm saying? Her, all those kind of things. They never had time for those things. Exercise, meal prepping, uh, what else? Learning a new language, practicing my Duolingo. Shout out to Mr. Professor Abernathy, And then at the bottom, schoolwork. Like I said, grind doesn't stop. So my capstones, my group projects, this class, of course, and I got to write a feature story to do. I think it's been due. Oh well. But so you all do your own thing. We're gonna show you one more time how to get this fold going, this foldable thing going. So first thing, you want to fold it halfway, hot dog way, as Dr. Thornburg likes to say, hot dog way. Then you fold it one more time, hamburger way, hamburger style, and then you fold this little piece, this little point. Take a corner in the middle, fold it down. It should look like this. Then you unfold it. Bingo, the magic's here. So you have your target summary. So try it out for yourselves. And yeah, that's Curry over there. All right. So shout out to you all. Thank y'all for letting us teach you guys. Hopefully we didn't screw it up too bad. And like I said, stay healthy.